Hi everyone, it's your girl 𝕟𝕤𝕚, and the topic of today is twin flames, the philosophy for life. And what I mean by that is that, the whole runner chaser, you should never be chasing, you should never be running, you should just be focusing on your present life, pouring that self-love into yourself, really parallels a lot of different, I guess you could say, avenues in the spiritual/occult community when it comes to doing spells, when it comes to using law of attraction, when it comes to making gratitude lists. I mean, it really is about just putting your energy out there and then letting things happen the way they're meant to. And when it comes to this whole philosophy, I think people become so fixated on what it is that they want or the outcome instead of actually allowing things to happen the way they're meant to, right? Like say you're doing a spell and, you do the candle magic, you do whatever kind of magic it is that you perform. You're supposed to actually get rid of the supplies. Not like supplies that you can use over again, but you're supposed to get rid of all that stuff afterwards, because I firmly believe it's to let go and let the universe do what it's meant to do. Because if you're too focused on, whatever it is that you want, asking for something from the universe, doing a gratitude list and just constantly looking at it and, or making a list of things that you want and just constantly looking at it, I think that can kind of make you obsessive, just like the whole twin flame dynamic of you focusing so much on that person that is a form of chasing, and that is what causes them to run. Law of attraction, energy. What do they say on this journey about the whole positive and negative energy? They're attracted to one another when they're balanced. But if two negatives, you can't force two negatives. You can't force two positives. There has to be a balance of the feminine and the masculine. So on this journey, the masculine is technically the hunter, is the one that chases after I don't want to say chases after, but usually the one that is more, I guess you could say, drawn to the feminine when the feminine is in balance. It's not supposed to be the feminine chasing the masculine, right? And I'm not talking about genders, because if you know this journey, it's not about genders. It's about the energy of the masculine and the feminine. So on this journey, like I said, it's a theory for life. I mean, how many times have you spoken to someone and they're like, oh, you know what, when I didn't like this person anymore, that's when they suddenly started calling me and texting me. Or it's when I didn't want this that suddenly, I found a coupon for it in the mail. Like that's what I mean, is how this universe is. It can be kind of tricky at the beginning because people are like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Just not want it? And I say, no, I say, put the energy out there of what it is that you want. And then focus on yourself, work on yourself, whatever it is, whatever self-care, whatever it is that you do in order to give that self-love to yourself and stay balanced and let things happen as they are. Because just because you want it doesn't mean it's meant to be for you. Because like I said in previous videos, how many times have certain things happened not in your favor or what you believe to be in your favor? And then long story short, it ends up being the best thing that's ever happened to you. So I want you to feel the same way about this on this journey. Stop focusing on the other person. Stop focusing on the outcome and really pour that love into yourself. Because when you pour that love into yourself, if you're the divine feminine, and if you're watching this video, you are definitely divine feminine, you realize that you are a master attractor. The divine feminine, when it's vibrating high, is a master attractor. That's why when I hear people say on this journey, I hate being the divine feminine, I wish I didn't know about this, this is so painful, I'm like, I am thankful that I'm the divine feminine, because first of all, I understand what's going on. I understand what it is that I need to do. And you're the master attractor on this journey. So, whatever it is that you feel that you need, make those lists, make those vision boards. Truly, when you tap into source, it is unlike anything you've ever experienced. It's like what the other twin flame coaches say. They're like, yeah, you're in pain now. Yeah, you're going through soul shock or dark night of the soul, but once you get out of it and you really get into alignment and realize who it is that you are and what it is that you're meant to be on this journey, you're going to live a life that you never thought you could have. Once you get out of that dark night of the soul, you're like, I get it. I understand why that needed to happen. I understand why, I needed to understand the whole negative, positive, feminine, masculine. I needed to understand, what it was within me that needed to change in order to live a better life. I'm going to say something else in this video that hopefully this isn't too confusing, because I feel like it's kind of all over, is, I noticed like a certain thing within my life I noticed was that I always had this like sadness to me and depression, even when things were going well in my life. And I never understood it. And I always felt like I was looking for something, not a particular person, but I always felt like I was looking for something to, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's something that's hard to explain. Unless it's something that you felt. And I noticed that after the whole activation and after I started to delve more into spirituality and realize that I was meant to share my experiences to help the collective, that depression and confusion went away, because I was like, oh, that's why, I wasn't, as much as I was doing things that were technically in alignment, there was still one thing that I wasn't doing. And it was helping the collective, sharing my spiritual experiences, and connecting with other wonderful spiritual people on this path in different parts of the world. So it really, truly is a good philosophy for life. And if you truly use the energy, the spiritual awakening, the Kundalini to your advantage, it truly does change your life, and it has you looking at the world in such a different, beautiful way. So I'm going to leave it at that. As usual, I'm like, I hope it made sense. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I love you guys so much. Take care.